Fit to Love is physical, emotional, and spiritual fitness to achieve the happy life you deserve. From exercise to cooking, relationships, and spirituality, you'll find all the inspiration you need right here with our host, JJ Flizanes.
Hello and welcome to Fit to Love Tasty Tuesdays, all about cooking, all about nutrition, and all about you. If there's something you'd like to see on the show, we'd love to hear from you. Please send us an email at info@invisiblefitness.com. Enjoy the show. Today's show, easy roasted chicken. So if you want a foolproof chicken, you can buy them already brined. Brined means that the chicken sat in a solution of water and herbs or broth either overnight or for many hours. And so it actually adds moisture into the meat. So when you cook it, it has extra water in there, so it keeps it nice and moist. So I did get a whole brined chicken. It's organic from Trader Joe's. But roasting chicken is pretty safe if you follow these directions, and you're gonna get a really nice moist chicken each time. But again, if you're a little nervous it's gonna be dry or you're too afraid to undercook it, then go ahead and get an already brined chicken. So I'm going to take the plastic off the chicken. I'm going to rinse the chicken off. This comes without giblets, so there's nothing else I need to deal with. And then I'm going to rinse the chicken and put it in the roasting pan. So for your roasted chicken, we're going to use, you have a choice of either canola oil or grapeseed oil because these handle high heat better. The olive oil, while it's delicious and wonderful, I want you to roast your chicken on a pretty high heat, and that could turn it rancid. So we're going to use non-GMO organic canola oil or grapeseed oil. So I'm going to use the grapeseed oil, and literally when I teach this in a cooking class, it takes me 5 minutes. Between unwrapping the chicken, putting on the olive oil, putting on the seasoning, and sticking it in the oven, it's 5 minutes or less, and people are normally pretty impressed with the results because they think, oh, isn't that a lot of work? And it's really not. It's super simple. So I'm going to open up the grapeseed oil. I'm literally just going to drizzle it right over the chicken. Next, if you want to be really, really, really easy, Trader Joe's and other, I'm sure, grocery stores carry blends of seasoning. So maybe you're like, well, I don't know what to do with all those seasonings. Great, pick one. So one of my favorites is a 21 seasoning salute from Trader Joe's. It literally has 21 seasonings in it, all kinds of fun stuff that you can just use this. You sprinkle this on the chicken with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, and you're done. If you want to be fancy, you can stick some herbs inside the chicken and stuff it, and maybe with a little bit of lemon or onion or garlic. Again, it would only take another couple minutes, but you'd have to chop and peel. So we're going to keep things simple. Another great spice blend I love from Trader Joe's is called Everyday Seasoning. It has a little bit more of a kick to it than this does, so I really like both of them. And again, these are easy ways for you just to grind, put it on the chicken and be done. However, I'm going to start off with garlic, because JJ loves garlic, and I'm just going to sprinkle garlic on the chicken. Try not to make too much of a mess. But as my husband says, I'm one of those chefs who's like that dirt guy from the Muppets. That's what he calls me, which is why the cleaners are coming later. So then I'm going to do some black peppercorn. I love ground pepper. I'm going to do a little bit of sea salt. And it would be great to put it on both sides, but for right now, I'm just going to, because we're not at the sink, I'm not going to do that. And lastly, I'm going to use the Everyday Seasoning blend because I do really like this. I still would add the extra garlic and the salt and the pepper because these blends don't necessarily come with salt in them. And the salt's a good tenderizer for meat. So you want to make sure you salt your meat. If you don't like the salt taste, make sure you have it on top of the skin because then when you remove the skin, you're not going to necessarily have all that sodium in the meat. So once I have seasoned my chicken and stuffed it if I felt like it, I'm going to put my oven on bake and we're going to go to 450. You're gonna roast your chicken on 450. Now this chicken is about a medium-sized chicken, and I'm gonna suggest that we're gonna roast this for 45 minutes on a high heat of 450. At the 45-minute mark, I'm gonna shut the oven off, and I'm gonna leave the chicken in the oven with the oven off for another 30 minutes. So it's a total of an hour and 15 minutes, but 45 of it is high heat, and 30 of it is just the oven off and cooling. So once my oven gets to 450, I'm going to stick it in the oven.
The Fit
Fit to Love podcast show offers you 6 days a week of helpful content to achieve the happy life you deserve. Movement Mondays and Tasty Tuesdays are weekly video casts, while Wellness Wednesdays, Thoughtful Thursdays, Freedom Fridays, and Sexy Saturdays are audio-only shows themed every week to address your holistic life and needs. If the show inspired you, we would love for you to share it and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us today. Head on over to fittolove.tv for recaps of every show, resources, and to join the community. That's FIT, the number 2, LOVE.tv. Have a fit and fabulous day.